We cannot say that 30 years of democracy, we still have sewage running in the streets. So yes, the people's rights are being violated, and on a daily basis we engage municipalities, but we do have a problem that municipalities are not adhering to their mandate. An elderly person said to me, "I'm eating my own waste."
It's been 10 years since the South African Human Rights Commission released its State of Human Rights report in the country, and the status quo appears to remain largely unchanged. The sphere of local government is vital in the realization of the fundamental human rights enshrined in the Constitution. As South Africans begin preparing for the municipal polls, the state of affairs remains dire on the ground.
Local government was another issue, and you saw that the highest number of complaints were in KwaZulu-Natal, Limpopo, and Rustenburg. Limpopo and Northwest, sorry for that.
But what are the reasons behind some of the failures to ensure that the rights of South Africans are realized?
In the reports, in terms of service delivery, is that budget has been allocated but often returned to the National Treasury, and this is because of lack of expertise, corruption, as well as the mismanagement of these funds, as you've noted. So corruption essentially impacts on service delivery.
However, the recommendations made by the Chapter 9 institution may lack teeth. Last year, the Supreme Court of Appeal ruled that the Commission's recommendations were not binding. But Section 184, subsection 2b of the Constitution stipulates that the Commission has the power to take steps to secure redress where human rights have been violated. The Commission is hopeful that the Constitutional Court will find differently.
Of course, the justice that provided the judgment on our powers and our recommendations said to us as well, you can use your litigation, but that's very costly. Can you imagine what it's going to cost us if every time we sit in court?
7,000 complaints.
But we are engaged in also through the legal subcommittee, which is headed by Professor Madlingosi, to engage with our portfolio committee in order to look at the amendment of our act in case that continues, because it will render us then just another NGO, and we cannot afford that. The act is very people that established the Human Rights Commission at that time under the leadership of our founding father Nelson Mandela, God bless his soul, intended that this commission must be the conscience of the nation and the conscience of departments and pull us into line. So we hope, we can't say what will happen to the Concord, but we pray. Our prayer in our submission to the Concord is to say, let our decisions be binding. Our prayer is that the Concord will do what is right.
Meanwhile, the Commission says it hopes to engage with Gauteng Premier Panyaza Lesufi following his promise to evict persons occupying informal dwellings in the province. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Zoleka Qodashe in Johannesburg.